Chicago, the far south side, January 8th, 2019. It's just before 5:45 in the morning. It's freezing, it's pitch black, and a 25-year-old woman is standing alone at a bus stop in the Fernwood neighborhood on the 500 block of West 103rd Street. She's not looking for trouble. She's just trying to get to work, like she probably does every single morning. Bundled up against the cold, waiting for the bus, minding her own business. But across the street, a pharmacy security camera is rolling. And in the next 60 seconds, it's going to capture something that the whole city of Chicago will be talking about. Because someone is about to come around that corner, and he's already decided she's an easy target. He picked the wrong woman. Let's get into it. His name was Lavion Goins, 19 years old, and according to police, he was no stranger to trouble. He had a history of arrests. In fact, just the summer before, he'd allegedly attacked a sergeant and an officer during a drug raid. This was not his first run-in with the law. On this cold January morning, Goins rounds the corner near that bus stop, and he spots her. A lone woman standing in the dark, distracted, waiting for a bus. To a guy like him, she probably looked like the perfect mark. No witnesses, no cops around. 5 in the morning. Who's gonna stop him? He walks up to her. He pulls out a gun. And he announces a robbery. Now, put yourself in her shoes for a second. It's still dark out. You're alone. A man twice your strength has a gun pointed at you, and he's demanding everything you've got. Most people freeze. Most people just hand it over and pray he doesn't pull the trigger anyway. The surveillance video shows the struggle. He shoves her. She goes down to the ground at the bus stop. But here's what Lavion Goins didn't know. This woman was a licensed concealed carry holder. And she was armed. As they struggled, she pulled out her own weapon, and she fired one shot. One shot. It struck Goins in the neck. And just like that, the whole situation flipped. The predator became the victim of his own crime. Goins turned and took off running down the street, clutching his neck. The woman scrambled to her feet and ran the opposite direction to get to safety and call for help. The video captured the aftermath. Both of them sprinting away from that bus stop in opposite directions. One running for his life. One running to save hers. Goins didn't get far. He collapsed about a block away. That's where police found him. They rushed him to Christ Hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead. The woman, she suffered only a minor injury. She survived. She walked away because she'd made one decision long before that morning. The decision to get her license, carry a firearm, and be ready to protect herself. And here's where this story really took off. Because when the neighbors heard what happened, they didn't mourn the robber. They backed the woman. 100%. A local resident named Shanta Hodges put it bluntly, quote, "He got what he deserved. He ran up on the wrong person. So she did what she had to do." Another neighbor, Bianca Daniels, said, quote, "It's tragic that he did die, but the lady had to do what she had to do. She's at a bus stop, probably going to work, and she has to encounter that early in the morning." And maybe the most memorable line of all came from another neighbor who said, quote, "I'm glad that she had concealed carry and good aim because there is so much going on in these streets. Good aim. One shot. In the dark. While being attacked. That tells you everything." Now here's the part that matters legally. The police investigated. Area South detectives reviewed the surveillance footage and the evidence, and they determined that no charges would be filed against the woman. None. This was a clear, justified act of self-defense. She did nothing wrong. The law was completely on her side. And this story shines a light on a much bigger reality in Chicago. This is a city with some of the strictest gun laws in the entire country. For years, it was nearly impossible for a law-abiding citizen to legally carry. And yet violent crime, robberies, carjackings, they never stopped. The criminals never cared about the laws. They never do. The only people those laws stopped were the people trying to follow them. But this woman did everything right. She went through the process, she got her license legally, she trained, she carried, and on a freezing January morning at a dark bus stop, that choice is the only reason she's still alive today. Think about how differently this story could have ended. If she's unarmed, maybe she hands over her purse and he runs. Or maybe, like so many other victims in that city, she doesn't make it home at all. We'll never know. What we do know is that she had a fighting chance because she chose to be ready. So here's the question I'll leave you with tonight. She was alone, in the dark, just trying to get to work. If she hadn't been carrying that morning, do you think she'd have walked away? And if you were in her shoes, would you want that same chance to defend yourself? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story hit you, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button because we uncover the chaos the headlines leave behind. New stories every week. I'll see you in the next one.